The good thing with beer bottle is that it fits here, so it is a perfect beer holder, isn't it? Cheers, mates. How's life? Boys and their toys. Another POLINI mk2. A really big surprise. I mean, that's no surprise. It's humongously heavy cast iron. But what is the real surprise? The real surprise is that POLINI did even update the old cast iron 207, 208, as you want to call it, with that new meteor piston. Look at that. This is quite a bit loose. It's 0.015. For the first time, they are including a cylinder head, which is not that bad because cylinder without head, not really usable. It does look good. Big question is, so that's a 210, that's not a 221 that I showed before. And, ooh, centering shells. Did they? No, they didn't. They did. They don't have the pins. This only does have the alloy version. Oh, we also have that. Not butthole, guys. Spark plug angel. Anyhow, cooling grips at the bottom are nice. Yeah, doesn't it have a seal ring? Don't expect too much. Yeah, but centering shells. This is cool. Yeah, as told, compared to the gross board piston, which is using own rings and own piston gudgeon pin. This is the standard pin and the rings. They're 1.5 millimeter. Piston is fine without. I mean, come on. Who would have thought that POLINI is going to provide a POLOSSI? Isn't that amazing? The cast number is 2881 meteor piston. Cast rings, they can break. Unlikely, but yeah. We'll see if Grossboard will offer the steel rings which you can bend. They just bend and don't crack. If they do, whatever, please do. That would be nice. Then, of course, take the steel rings. Is this cylinder needed? And shall we use it? And where would be the logical field of application? In the end, as this one is cheaper than the alloy one, which is too expensive for an old school cylinder. I mean, don't buy it at the big shops. Check eBay, check Italian shops. They always have it on offer. So if it comes along quite cheap, this is my personal recommendation for you for the best plug-and-play cylinder. Why is that? Cast iron, thicker rings, and 210. This just means you take down the old 200 198cc cylinder and just put this stuff on, and it even comes with a cylinder head. Don't forget to just sandpaper it. It's never tied out of the box. You take a 400 and some grease, some oil, and sandpaper it properly. Also the cylinder bottom, then you mount it with a sealing compound. Do you have to adjust the engine case to the bigger ports? Because the original cylinder does not have any real transfer ports. It has fake inside transfer ports. You can just close crankcase with a sticky tape, as I show in these plug-and-play guides. Oh, it caused a lot of discussions because you don't do that. Yeah, you can do that if you close the crankcase properly with sticky tape. You don't have to adjust the engine case. No problem. This cylinder will work, no matter if it has open ports or not, because the original has closed ports. You can adjust it. Yes. Can you then afterwards use a original cylinder with the known fake closed ports? Of course you can, because it doesn't matter how big the holes in the case are. There are no transfer ports in the cylinder anyways. So, don't worry to compare it directly. Oh God, they are so heavy. Look. 1, 2, 3. here, transfer ports, here, no transfer ports. So if you adjust the case to these ports, you can always use an original cylinder because it does not have ports. And if the boost port is a little bit bigger than the original, it does not matter at all. It's a tractor cylinder with low power anyways. No matter if you adjust the engine case to ports of race cylinders, you can always use an original 200cc cylinder because it does not have transfer ports. Very simple as that. Do you need to adjust it? No. Perfectly works fine like that. What is my recommendation for the best plug-and-play setup currently in 2023? It is POLINI box and the cast iron POLINI 210 mk2 with that new good, where is it? New good meteor piston, and of course a fast flow tap, and open the main shed bore in the carburetor to 2.5mm, and that's it. You don't need more, because you raise the engine power you have, which is 9 horsepower with the original exhaust. With a POLINI box it's gonna be 11. You raise it to 15-16 horsepower with just exchanging the cylinder. But try get it cheap. Do not buy it at the big shops in Germany. You pay the German taxes and whatever, you know, some of them do have really big houses with a coffee machine. Go to eBay Italia, use Italian shops, and you will find it pretty cheap. And then it is my recommendation for the very best plug-and-play cylinder. Cast iron, thick rings, meteor, piston, and finally a cylinder head that fits. I like it a lot, and I'm gonna use it. Cheers mates, if you like what you saw, don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. The recommendation with cut open the cylinder bolt channels, do we still need that with this mk2 POLINI? I don't think so. Why don't I think so? The issue was that this piston was just not state of the art. You know, that the piston skirt here is connected, it's here not connected. And so it always cracks somewhere here and here. I'll put some pictures in the video. This means that this whole piston was squeezed and ankled and whatever. We did say if POLINI doesn't size, you did not properly run it in, break it in. The thing is that this material is much better, the piston is much better, so it won't twist and ankle that much like this one. So if you have proper fuel supply, you know, the fast flow tap zip version 2, not the OGM, BGM, whatever, BS, then the 2.5mm bore in the carburetor and a fuel hose which does not buckle, then you have enough fuel, then you can set the carb correctly, and then you have enough mixture, gas mixture in the cylinder that it will be cooled properly. So yes, you can still cut it open, but I don't think that it is needed. Another thing is, do you need a different clutch? Yes, you do, because you have quite a lot more power, which means, at least, if you have the Cosa is not a tuning clutch, get a band, a ring, and let the points between it be welded, or you can buy a basket with 16 rivets instead of 8, so you don't have to weld it. Of course, you do use Honda CR linings, then you use 10W40 mineral gearbox oil, motorbike oil, or you just buy a Zip Ultra Strong, or the latest bang for the buck is the VMC 10 Molle Ergal clutch, which is super light. You just have to use the right gearcock. And which gearcock would you take? It does rev more. You can even go from a standard 23 teeth clutch gearcock down to a 22, because we know that the fourth gear is anyways not really pulling so well at an original engine. Please set the ignition timing in detail, give it a 19 degree, and you're good. What happens if you do not widen the main shed bore any main jet above 125 will not work properly anymore because it's not gonna be fed 100%. So you can use a 130, but it won't be a 130 because it does not get enough fuel. Another trick you can use is the anti-oil sucking trick, because a lot of engines do suffer from gearbox oil sucking, which does not matter at all if you have an original cylinder, but they does hit in as soon as you use tuning cylinders. So around the crankshaft, exchange the M7 stuff and just tighten it really hard. This will minimize the gearbox oil sucker and this setup will work much better. Cheers, mate.
Bist du deppert? Ein Biest!
Sorry, ja.
Bist du deppert? Ist das ein Biest jetzt?